I'll never win one of these.
It's only 3 tickets per month, mate. It's fair game.
Everything all right there, Princess? Oh, yeah, mate. I think I'm going to need some more Clipsal products.
Chemist Warehouse is making shopping more convenient with its new Click and Collect service. Just tap to order items online. And it's ready for pickup within just 4 hours. Click and Collect. Try it today.
Hey, Horry and Mocha, can we have some tips?
Mocha, I reckon even you could turn this fella square.
I reckon, boys, we hold that lemon just down the seam. You get your technique right, we'll get that to swing. We'll bend it like a banana.
Bulls Masters like to say thanks to the Brisbane markets for supporting us so that we can run events like the Bulls Masters Youth Cup.
The Brisbane markets support all our local farmers, so make a better choice and get all your fruit and veg from your local fruit shop.
Welcome to Harrop Park. Oh, sorry, not Harrop Park. We're at John Salter Oval here at Bundaberg, and Jason Shears and Michael Polson will take you through this evening's entertainment, where the far north Queensland side will take on Wide Bay. Mickey Polson's had a great afternoon. He's looking a treat. Jason Shears is looking mesmerising, and hopefully the game this evening will be beauty. Bulls Masters very much appreciative of the Bundaberg Regional Council for this. Jason, over to you, mate.
Thanks very much, John. Yeah, appreciate those kind comments. I'm on. Wide Bay Flames versus North Queensland Monsoons. Monsoons hailing up from Townsville way. Wide Bay won the toss and they've elected to bat first. Umpires John Richardson from here in Bundy and Matt van der Werken.
All right, I'll keep it all.
Just to bring you up to date with some of those other results from the second round of matches today. Darling Downs defeated Central Queensland Seamers by
is that right?
By 8 wickets, as you saw earlier. Okay. The Far North Fusion flogged the Wide Bay Flames by 96 runs. The Monsoons had a 55-run win over the SEQ Stormers, and Gold Coast Thunder got up by 7 wickets over Mackay with Sunday Nitros down at the Kendalls Flats Cricket Grounds. First ball about to be bowled by the Monsoons. Very, very full delivery there to kick things off with. We welcome Mick Polsine.
Hello, how are you today?
Great, thank you, Michael.
Very good. Yeah, we're down at Kendall Flats, as I was just saying to you before, how breezy it was. There's a fair bit of breeze going on, but yeah, the Gold Coast team was just a bit too good for us today, so unfortunately. So we've got the Darling Downs Huns tomorrow morning, so whoever wins that game will get through to the final. So it starts at 10 in the morning on field 2. Yeah, so here's our bowler here. He's a left arm, medium fast bowler.
I hadn't sussed the bowler out. I was just checking out the opening batters for Wide Bay in shirt number 4.
We've got Loader as one.
Michael Loader at the non-striker's end, and then it looks like Nick Kelsey in shirt 7 at the striker's end.
That's correct.
And he has just whipped that down to the vacant fine leg region. 4 runs to get the Wide Bay Flames innings underway.
Yeah, nice shot off his pads, and yeah, as you said, no fine leg, so got the maximum result, 4 runs straight away. That's number 4, is it, I think, by the looks of it? On his back.
No, number 2.
Is it?
Number 2 for the Monsoons, and we are looking at Travis Bush from North Cricket Club up in Townsville.
Well, he's out a bit there on his hips, and he's been whacked around behind square for 4 more.
Kelsey's taken advantage of that straying in line from Travis, and none for 8 off 3 deliveries. Great start for the Wide Bay Flames. We've had a couple of losses. Very close game here last night against the Stormers. It went down to the last over, and then a fairly convincing loss earlier on this afternoon.
It was a better ball on line and length, and Kelsey's hit it on the up and drove it back to the mid-off fielder who's back on the ring. So the easy single there. So it takes the score to none for 9.
So yeah, bit windy, bit hairy down at Kendall's Flats this afternoon, Michael.
Yeah, it was a bit that way, but you know, everyone's same conditions for both teams. So
the Gold Coast Thunder.
Wide.
The was that
no ball by a long way, but yeah, not called. But anyway.
Sorry, I wasn't looking at the replay there.
They got called, has it? Sorry, it has been called. So it's a free hit here.
Should be a free hit. Okay, missed that.
Oh, a slower ball. Roll the fingers over it.
Yeah.
And through to the keeper. So no runs there.
Michael Loader looking for the wide call, I think, on that
He's
delivery.
not happy.
Not a happy camper is young Michael.
Yes. But, yeah, nice little fast Chinaman, really. Slower ball, so something different.
How good's the slower ball in 2020 cricket?
It is. I don't think I haven't seen it enough over this last couple of days. So
yeah.
Whether they just don't practice it enough in the in the bush, so I'm not sure. So, but it certainly is a really good thing.
You look at a guy like Andrew Tye from Western Australia, Perth Scorchers. I mean, he's made his name in white ball cricket because he's got, what does he reckon, 16 varieties of the slower ball.
16?
Like I don't know, I'm just pulling a figure out. You hear him talk about it. I think he's a bit like Shane Warne used to say. He's got all these different types of deliveries, but
different variations, and he calls them a different delivery each one. So. He does. He certainly has a heap of different ones, doesn't he?
Smoke and curtains.
All right, so that's over. None for 10 off the first over. Kelsey's on 9. Loader yet to score, and there was the 1 no ball. So good start for Wide Bay.
Okay, so Justin Dixon taking the new ball at the southern end there for the Monsoons from Suburban Parks Cricket Club up there in Townsville. He's a Queensland Country representative. Played for Queensland Country at the National Country Championships last year. Slip in, and they're 2
There's not much to him, but he gets them through pretty well.
Yeah, he's very whippy with his action.
I think, no, he's not entertaining the appeal at all, so not out. Very foolish ball at his legs, and he's trying to whip it through to mid-wicket or square, so... But Kelsey's missed it.
Well, they've left the mid-wicket area totally vacant, and they've got a deep mid-wicket on the boundary as one of their outfielders, and the other outfielder is down here at third man, just below our commentary position.
That's right. Another foolish ball driven back to mid-off, but no runs. Bit of a miss-hit, really. Didn't time it at all. Yeah, good to see. You got to slip in, looking for an early wicket.
Absolutely.
Backing his bowler.
Hopefully both these teams will catch well under the lights. We saw Stormers and Wide Bay drop a number of catches in last night's game, and some of them you would have considered to be absolute dollies, absolute sodas, and they got spilt. So it'll be interesting tonight to see when that high ball goes up, whether or not the lights and or the wind have some sort of impact on the catching tonight.
Yeah, we still have got a nice little breeze coming through, that's for sure. So
absolutely.
Another great delivery. Up foolish, so no run again, just pushed back down the wicket, and the bowler's picked it up and going back to his mark to think about what he's going to do.
Good start from Dixon, hey?
Yeah, very good. But you'd imagine, like after playing for Queensland country, he has been in the North Queensland side a fair bit as well, so he knows his cricket, that's for sure. And he comes again, right arm over. Ooh, hefty shot, here we go. This could be a...
I think he's cleared mid-on.
He has, yep.
It was a nice 9-iron, and it's sort of plugged.
Yeah, nice bounce for the fielder. He's picked it up and turned, but they've good enough to get back for 2.
I think that fairly jarred his hands, Kelsey's hands there. He's given it a bit of a shake after he's completed his 2 runs. I think he hit it quite high up on the bat.
Another foolish ball straight back to mid-off for no runs at all again. So I think that's the end of the over. 2 off the over, none for 12. Kelsey on 11, Loader yet to score yet. So great over from young Dixon.
Oh, absolutely. Great way to start. Showing the experienced player that he is. Just keeping that ball pitched up nice and full. It's going to swing. It's going to swing now.
Yeah. Makes a difference, doesn't it? There's 2 off the over, so automatically straight back to only averaging 6 and over. So, but it's a 6 over power play. Only 2 fielders allowed outside the 30-metre circle. So,
Travis Bush to continue.
I haven't seen much of this lad at all, but it looks like he gets them through all right as well. And just adjusting the sight board. So batsman Loader making sure they got the black sight board behind the bowler with the white ball. All right, he's facing up now. Left arm over, bowls, nice delivery there, play and miss. It nicely taken by the keeper up around his chest, so it was a good delivery.
Zipped that through, that good carry through to the keeper there. Keeper took that very comfortably at waist height.
He had a bit of, first over he's a bit on the legs too much, so he's got that right through where he needs to be putting it, outside off. Alright, nice bowl again, but well played by Loader, and he's got himself off the mark with the cheeky single, pushed the ball out to the covers there. So he'll be relieved off the mark, as most batsmen are when they open up.
So I think Bush utilising that southeast wind that's blowing across Solder Oval on the screen from your left to right, getting a little bit of in swing.
Oh, here's a high ball. Here we go. Good test you were talking about earlier, and he's taken it easy.
Bush has taken the catch off Kelsey very comfortably. Once again, I think he hit that quite high up on the bat. It didn't seem like he'd actually middled it.
Hence why she's just gone virtually straight up to the air, and the bowler's done well. He's just stood there and taken the easy catch. So, first wicket down for the Flames, and Kelsey is looking pretty promising actually. So
yeah, look, I think Kelsey's up the top order there to. You know, most teams want to go fairly hard in this first 6 overs until they lose a wicket or 2 before they pull back, and that's obviously his job. And he hasn't middled one, and Travis Bush has completed the court and bowl.
Yeah, so
it looks like Matty Jackson.
Yeah, new batsman in. Just trying to work out who it is.
Yeah, it's young Matty Jackson from the Brothers Club here in Bundaberg.
Okay. You got a couple of players from Bundaberg in the side, I imagine?
It's fairly Bundaberg dominated, Mick. No one from the South Burnett this year.
I see that.
Yeah, which is disappointing.
I don't think they've even started, have they, over there?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't think they have. So. But anyway, with COVID and everything around, they're trying to get up and running.
Yeah. So Matty Jackson, 17-year-old from Brothers Club that goes to Shalom Catholic College here in town. Got selected in the Queensland Open Secondary Schoolboys side earlier in the year.
Oh, okay. So a young fellow, obviously. Yeah. Oh, good on him.
But they're, they were supposed to play that series against New South Wales in and around April, but COVID hit and they had to cancel the series. So.
No, that's no good. well bowled again.
Oh.
Pushed it into his hips, and he's been good enough just to knock it down to mid-wicket and take a single. So,
Yeah, sharp footwork from Loader there. He really had to adjust quickly.
yes.
Bush has been good this over, hasn't he? Like,
Yeah, he's got it right now. Just a little, took him three balls in that first over to get it right.
Yeah.
And he's got it going now. A lot more rhythm in his run-up too, so confidence building. And
Yeah.
plus getting a wicket.
Absolutely. Charging in that little bit harder. It's well bowled.
Yeah.
Well bowled, well played, no runs.
Yeah, batsman looking to drive it through covers, but wasn't able to pierce the field, so...
So 3 overs gone. 1 for 14.
Yeah, so Jackson on 0 still, yet to score, and Loader's on 2. So Bush has bowled, yeah, very good over that.
Yeah, Waiba had a second player from their open schoolboys side that made the Queensland side as well. Young Eddie Ryan, also from the Brothers Club here in town. He was selected for the Queensland team. It's been a long time since there's been a couple of Waiba players in a Queensland team at the same time at that sort of age level. But yeah, Eddie's still finding his feet in first grade cricket around here, where Matty seems to have taken it to a little bit more like a duck to water.
Oh, okay.
Well bowled from Dixon.
Well, this is good. A great experience this weekend there.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like playing against the men, and
Absolutely.
yeah, obviously he's playing, Queensland schoolboys. He should be able to fit in here nicely, to be honest. So it'd be good to see him get a good score tonight then. Build that confidence.
Yeah, and the state championship happened to be here in Bundy as well, so he's fairly familiar with. He's grown up here, and so he's well bowled.
Yeah, well bowled. He squeezed it out. Oh, he's hit the
Great
direct
fielding.
hit. He's having a little Captain Cook back at the ball instead of running hard, but he's in. He's not
Great
out.
piece of fielding.
Yeah.
Interesting to see on the replay, if we get a replay up.
Yeah, it was great fielding, direct hit. So
Brilliant. Brilliant fielding. Here we go. Oh no, we're at the wrong end.
we've got a few cameras, I think. John Devine is looking after that side of things. So there's 4, is it? 4 cameras.
4
around there?
cameras, and I'm just on that replay. I think he's made it.
Yeah.
I think the umpire, John Richardson, has made the correct call.
Excellent. Another great delivery, just short of a length.
Actually, the bat was over the line, but maybe it was in the air. This will be an interesting.
Maybe
Let's
it's
have a
bounced.
look. Bounce.
Ooh.
No. But
But they sack.
I'm happy with that decision.
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
It's a wide ball. That's the first bad ball he's bowled. He's been bowling extremely well, so just pushed it down leg. Keeper's taken it easily, but yeah, wide ball called. Those direct hits, they're a bit like that, but aren't they? Because, when a player doesn't have to take it and it's bang, it's just all happens in one hit. So
Absolutely. And, we're making that decision based on an extra slow-mo replay, and the umpire's got to make it like that. So I think it was an outstanding decision.
yes. Another foolish ball. He's tapped it down back of point for a single. Dixon coming in again. Right arm over. Good foolish ball. He's got the batsman playing missing there, trying to run it down to third man, but hasn't been able to hit it.
How was the bounce of that ball? Was
Looked
it
a bit low to
yeah.
me, but I have a look at the replay, but it did say low.
I think this end seems to be a little bit drier and doesn't seem to have as much carry as what the other end does.
Oh, it was, yeah.
But, what are we up to? This is game 4.
Yeah, been having a fair bit of traffic
Yeah.
on it, hasn't it? Good approaches straight down towards the bowler to hit him through covers, but no play and miss. So good finish by Dixon. And I think that's the current score after 4 overs, isn't it?
4 overs, yeah, 1 for 17.
Thank you. So, yeah, what's that now? 4 to that, down to 4 and over, a bit over 4 and over.
Yeah, they've
4.25, so.
Dixon's really tied him up from that end, and Bush, he's come to the party after the first aberration, or those 3 first up deliveries, he's tightened it up as well, along with taking that wicket. So
Yeah.
put the brakes on.
Well, he's going to bowl his 3rd over here, so the captain's pretty happy with the way he's going, keeping him going. So here he comes, in he comes, left arm over to the right-hand batsman. Bit wide. It's a good shot, but it's hit straight to the field and fielded well, so no runs there.
You hit him that well and you hit him straight to the field. You're just spewing, aren't you?
Well, we meter either way, and it might have straight through for 4, I reckon. So,
absolutely.
But good fielding. Got down quick and covered it.
Absolutely.
Be happy with that, but the bowler making him play a shot, so just drag it back a bit and see if we can get the nick. Yeah, just back of a length there, so attacking shot, but it's gone down to mid-on for no runs. So Bush 2 balls to start his 3rd over.
He might need to just be a little bit smart here, Matty Jackson, and
he shouldn't be getting frustrated yet, should he?
No,
Hope
but
not.
he just needs to try and get himself off strike here, and
Yeah.
even if it's a drop and soft hands, drop and run, and get to the other end. If the ball's not there to be hit, and he's had a good crack at that.
Yeah, he's probably lucky he didn't hit it better than he did. So he's hit it pretty well, but there's a fielder out deep mid-wicket, isn't it? That's
Yep.
what it is?
Yep, deep mid-wicket.
And he takes it on the bounce and back in. So he is off the mark. He's got his single.
Load off the mind.
A few changes in this side from last year too, I think. The Downs, North Queensland Monsoons. Another ball pushed into his pads. Hasn't been able to get away, but it's run out to for a run. The umpire's calling it a run.
Yep. I thought I heard
Inside
2
edge.
sounds.
Yep.
2 sounds.
A lady umpire this end, have we? Unless that
No,
some lad
no.
sporting a.
He's
No,
got the
it
hair
is.
grey. He's
Oh,
got
has
the
he?
hair grey,
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Give the COVID hair growth.
Yeah, 6 changes from last year's monsoon side.
Ooh, that's going to be a
that's
wide.
whitish.
Yeah, he's tried to roll the fingers over it again. Slower ball, but good attempt, but just a little bit wide.
Yeah, one of the big outs from last year was Josh DiMinari, Queensland Country wicketkeeper.
Yeah.
Very handy.
He can play, can't he?
Yeah.
And can bat too, so. But this young fella down the other end, I'm not sure who he is, but he's keeping well, what I've seen. Moves his feet, gets down, across.
Yeah, Adam Zabala
Okay.
is the wicketkeeper this year for the Monsoons.
Yeah.
From
Oh,
North,
yeah.
North Cricket Club in Townsville. But yeah, DiMinari, he was very handy behind the stumps with the gloves on.
Bush, he's, I'd say he would be in a longer form of the game, really suited to the game of cricket. Just looks like he's got plenty of energy. In he comes, left arm over, delivers, a little bit short of a length, but well hit, straight back over mid-on's head for 4. Well hit. Very good shot. Hit the ball on the up. So that'll relieve him a little bit, extra boundary, so always helps out.
They needed that. Wide Bay needed that.
And looks like it was last ball of the over too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Can't make out who's who out there in the batting, but are there different coloured helmets, or can we make that out, or are they both the same?
Both got maroon coloured helmets.
Okay.
But and the numbers are pretty tough to see on the wide bay shirts, particularly at night time. They come up all right on the TV screen, but to the naked eye,
Yeah, from a distance.
yeah,
Yep.
from a distance.
Doesn't help. Righto, change of over obviously, so we're going into the 6th over, last over of the power play.
Dixon still bowling.
Yeah, looks like it. And he's pushed that one right fullish into the batsman's pads, and he's been able to push it out to covers there for a single.
It's good running between wickets. Positive.
Easy running at the end of it.
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah. For fielders are fairly well back on the 30-yard circle line there.
it? Yeah. Here he comes again, right arm over. And he's played and missed, and he's
Big appeal. Big appeal, and umpire John Richardson is unmoved.
He's giving it the big not out.
Except for the wind blowing his Ned Kelly style beard.
Yeah, so okay. Wicket was pretty happy about it, but
no,
several other players.
My call is it's come off the pad.
Oh yeah, has
it's come off the pad.
Good,
yes.
Good umpiring.
It hasn't missed leg stump by a lot.
He's trying to give that some, but he has got it out to mid-on, shy at the stumps, misses. So I think he would have been there, but it was pretty close. He's got a nice easy run up, hasn't he? Just uses his arms well to get to the crease and deliver.
Very whippy. And I'd like him in my side.
Yeah, you certainly, yeah. I actually went and watched a bit of that cricket at Toowoomba too, so he played extremely well over there. There was some pretty flat decks to be bowling on, so but used his experience. Nice slower ball there.
Yeah.
Nearly a caught and bowled, just first bounce back to him.
Nearly induced a false shot from Loader.
Yeah, Loader's just checking his bat there, but I don't think that was it. I think he just got done by the slower ball.
You got to blame the
Dixon.
tools.
Was it good? Oh!
It's through.
Thought it was going to be a catch. It's a shorter, wider ball. Big cut shot back towards the backward gully, and it's just landed in front of him. He wasn't able to stop it, so it's gone straight through for the 4. The boundaries here are, the grounds are quite quick, so especially when you hit it that hard. So nice shot for 4.
Yeah, Dan Gartrell was the fielder there, and
guess what ball over that was?
Yeah.
Your captain be getting cranky about that, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
nothing worse than having the last ball the over hit for 4 or boundary. So here we go.
End of the power play.
Yeah.
1 for 30. They've upped the ante a little bit here. Wide Bay, 5 runs and over. They were sitting on 4 or below for quite a while.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adam. Yep, change of bowler. Dan Gartrell coming into bowl. He played at this tournament last year. He's from Suburban Parks up in Townsville, Suburban Parks Crew Club.
Okay.
And keeping in mind the Monsoons, they were runners-up at the Carnival, runners-up in the grand final last year at the Gabba against the Thunder, the Gold Coast Thunder.
Yeah.
They played that game prior to a Heat game. I think it was the Heat Renegades match. But unfortunately, rain intervened and the game was called off, and the Thunder were declared winners. So it was a shame for both sides not to have played the full 40 overs on the Gabba, but
I didn't even know that. There you go.
Yeah,
that is disappointing, because it's McCollett Sunday's been in a few. They've been there on the day, and it's a wonderful day because all the young blokes from the bush don't get that opportunity at times to play on the Gabba, and especially before they finish their game and then go and sit up in the stadium and watch the Heat play. So it's even wonderful afternoon and evening. Oh, that's a great catch. Oh. Nice pull shot straight to mid-wicket, but he's taken it easily.
Jackson's hit that fairly out of the screws, but he's just absolutely identified the mid-wicket fielder. And good catch, good solid catch. They had a bit of heat on it.
Is that Bush, is it, number 2? Or? We'll see shortly. Here we go. Bush, I think it is.
Yes.
Number 2.
Yep, Travis Bush.
Oh, he can't keep him out of the game.
No, he's finished his bowling spell and straight into mid-wicket and takes a good catch.
Yeah.
Matty Jackson walking back to the...
Yeah, he'd be disappointed with that. Like you said, he's hit it super well, but just straight at the fielder and in the air, unfortunately. But
yeah, I'd say the new batsman for Wide Bay is Andy Batten from Gympie. He's been batting in the top 4 or thereabouts.
Lives up to his surname, will be going all right.
And looks like his profile.
Yep.
Physiques. Sorry, Shelley.
Play no time at all to cross over then, so he'll be on strike straight away. Well, Gantrell started well, hasn't he? Wicket straight away. So.
Yeah. Now Batten, he was the top scorer for Wide Bay last night against the Stormers. 44, I think he got. 44 for Wide Bay. Sort of, he was a bit scratchy to start with. First 10, 12 runs, he scratched around a bit, but after that, he timed them well, and they'll be hoping for a similar effort tonight. He'll have to work hard here.
Well, off the mark first ball, pushes forward and out the back of point, and take a single and gets through safely. So he's off the mark first ball. They'll be happy with that.
Here's that catch in replay. Bush had to take 2 steps to his left, basically. It was on to him.
Gee, he read it well, didn't he?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Loder's lovely cover drive out to deep cover, and then Batten's come back for 2 because the ball thrown into the bowler's end. So he did very well there, 2 runs. Nice shot. If I recall right, they used to play against a few Gartrells back in my day. So this young fella's probably one of their progeny.
And they're from up Townsville,
well, from Townsville. Very good bats, top order bats. So, yeah. So that's good to see. Next generation coming through.
Absolutely.
Well, Bowl pushed up into the pads.
Yeah, a little bit more of an effort ball on that one. I think he really bent his back and pushed through on that one. Seemed to get to the batsman that little bit quicker.
Yeah, more foolish. So it's amazing when you see those speed things. Like the fuller ball's always a lot quicker, isn't it? So that's the way it is, I suppose. Well, he's actually chipped it back down over the bowler's head back to mid-on for a single. So Loder looks like he's getting his iron nicely now. Moves on to 12. It mightn't be him, is it?
Oh, I think that was Batten.
Batten, sorry.
Yeah, he wanted to retain the strike. Last ball he over.
Oh. You're Matty Hayden. He used to do that a bit, didn't he? But I can understand if I was batting with him. I would want him to be taking all the strike. 2 for 34. After 7 is the score. So they need a good partnership here. This is what we've been talking about earlier, that they need a partnership here to take them through to that, 12th, 13th, 14th over, and then the wickets in hand to have a little pogo at the end to try and accelerate the run rate. So that's what happened to us this afternoon. We were 3 for 91 off 11 overs, and we were all out for 124.
Similar story with the CQ Seamers. They were 2 for 58 and then lost 8 for 48 to be all out for 106.
And who wants to be a coach? Yeah, just that sort of little thing. So we had a good chat about it, so we've got to stay on the positive side, but like I said, so tomorrow. Learn from those things. A nice little dabble straight down through where second slip would be. Past third man for 4 runs. Great shot. A little bit of width, new bowler.
Just a little,
is it?
Yeah, a little glide there. No, it's still Dixon.
Is Dixon?
Yep, this will be his 4th and final over for Dixon. Yep.
Well, that's a bit surprising. They're bowling straight through, but yeah. Trying to keep the pressure on, build those dot balls up, but just a little bit wide there, no slip in. Well played. Just push it out the cover very softly, soft hands as we call it, for an easy single. So it looks like he started where he left off last night, batting. Seeing the ball well by the looks of it.
Yeah, absolutely. He's, and as you were saying before, just that partnership stuff. Doesn't matter what sort of cricket you play, like batting, it's always the same, isn't it? You've got to establish those partnerships to get your team on the front foot and to have wickets in the bank for happy hour at the end.
Yeah, that's right. And don't lose a clump of wickets, in which we did. We lost 3 and then we lost little partnership, lost another 3, and it was nearly, it's all over by then. So.
Yeah. And losing those wickets like you do just keeps the fielding team up.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
On top. Nice shot that. Wider ball again. He's cut it back down through where probably fourth slip gully would be for easy single out to third man. Well, they're cheering Dicko on.
Yeah, they're still talking well out there, the Monsoon lads.
Well, they're a tough side to play. They've always been like that, so they love their cricket up in Townsville and various areas around the big city. That was a lot better ball, pushed up and just well played by the batsman, but no run. Can't have too many left, I don't think. A slower ball again and well bowled. He hasn't been able to put any pace on that because of the slow ball, and it's been knocked out to point for no run. So that's the end of the over. Well bowled, Dixon.
That's the end of his spell. Have we got some short bowling figures there, please, scorers, of Dixon's?
4 overs for 17.
4 overs, none for 17.
Well, I'm going to love you and leave you for a little bit. The great Carl Rackman's here. His team is the Wide Bay Flames, so he'll probably tell you how he's feeling about the score. But young Batten, we're just saying, he's going all right. He's hit the ball super well since he's been out there, Carl.
Yep.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, Ben. I'll see you back now.
Cheers. Good evening, Carl.
Good evening. So far, so good.
Happy as the Wide Bay Bulls Masters mentor. You know, they were looking a bit dodgy early after those first 3 or 4 overs, but I know you've lost 2 wickets, but
yeah, we've lost 2. Look, and the scoreboard's not quite what it might be, but these sort of middle overs, you can go mad and run with it, and it could be anything, but to an extent, it's what happens next. You lose a couple of wickets, the middle order's got to then do the job. So this partnership is important. And Batten in last night's game was not out 45 or 6 or something. Played really, really well under lights. So he's intent by the look of it right here to playing another big innings tonight.
Fingers crossed. The boys had a fairly heavy defeat in their game this afternoon. 96 runs going down to the Far North Fusion. How did the boys bounce back after that game in the warm-up for this game?
Yeah, look, warm-up was good.
Yep.
That game, just as can happen in 2020 cricket, they've got a big total on the board, and you can run into trouble chasing, lose a few wickets, and suddenly you're in a hole, and that's basically what happened. Full credit to them, to Far North Queensland, and they got a big win. But it's hard, you're playing games all the time. Things like that can happen.
Yeah.
Last night I thought we played really well, albeit we lost that game. So we're none from 2, which isn't good, but I thought we played good cricket last night.
Absolutely, 100%.
Just dropped catches probably, cost the game, and just had a bad one this previous game today. But I think generally the guys have been playing good cricket.
And for a number of these guys, this is the first time they've played cricket at this standard, having a changeover of 9 players from last year's side.
Sure.
Steep learning curve.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, and look, so tonight, they're red hot, looking to play well tonight and get a win up. So that's got to be the order of the day.
9 overs gone in the Wide Bay Flames innings, 2 for 47. And, that's the positive. 8 wickets still in the sheds. And if these guys can get that partnership going, for the next half a dozen overs, when you got
that's
8
what
wickets,
I'm saying. The next half a dozen before the last happy hour period. What happens in the next half a dozen that's dead right, and we've got to up the run rate and do it without throwing wickets away now, so that then you can make hay at the end.
So there has to be a change of bowler at the southern end. Dixon has finished his spell, and the new bowler for the Monsoons in shirt 13, he's got my favourite name, Jack Raffles. I love this guy. Fantastic name, Jack Raffles. Does it get any better than that? Coming on to bowl, left arm orthodox from the southern end here at Salter Oval. Played in the Monsoon side last year. And how many they got out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out. 5 out, and there's a position you don't always see. It's a very, very straight long on, bordering on the straight hit fielding position all the way down there. Thank you. Thanks, Faye. So 5 fielders out, deep square leg, deep mid wicket, very straight long on, a long off and a sweeper out on the cover boundary. 4 fielders in the circle, backward point, cover, mid wicket and short fine leg. Raffles bangs that one into the wicket. Batten takes advantage of that, punches it through the covers. Gets a single and Loader's back on strike.
It really is now scoring off every ball.
It's a nice shot out through the covers. They got a sweeper out there. They chance their arm, put the pressure on the fielder. They get two to Michael Loader.
Once you're throwing that distance that we just saw then, he's throwing into the wind. You're basically not going to get run out going for 2. Simple as that.
But
when you get stumped.
Have a look at this one on replay. Didn't get anywhere near the pitch of the ball, Michael Loader, and consequently pays the price with his wicket.
Yeah, look, that was interesting to see that on replay. He was decided to advance, so that was premeditated. And he finished up nowhere near the line of the ball.
No, he's probably advanced a little bit towards leg. And as you say, nowhere near the line of the ball, and it ended up being quite a simple, easy stumping for, well, the new wicketkeeper for the Monsoons, Adam Zabala from Norths Cricket Club. And that sees Dale Steele from the eastern suburbs, Magpies Cricket Club here in Bundaberg, coming to what will be the non-strikers end. That was the end of the over. Dan Gartrell to continue the attack from the northern end here at Salter Oval. Andy Batten on strike. Lofted off drive. Andy Batten down to long off. Single gets Steele on strike to face his first ball of the innings. Well bowled, dot ball.
And the gentlest of appeals for caught behind.
Yeah.
Unsuccessful.
Don't think the umpire probably even registered. And straight away you've seen, you know, the batsmen have put on a little bit of a partnership. You lose the wicket. Steele hits that fairly straight. Fielder's done well. He's copped a bit of a bad bounce there, but he's prevented the boundary and kept Steele just to the 2 runs.
He's a good ball striker, Steele.
Yeah, he's a strongly built man, and he's probably, I don't think he'd mind me saying, he's probably close to the oldest player here. I would imagine. I don't think, just, you know, walking around Soldier Oval, I don't think there'd be too many other guys close to his age, and he's great to see that he still loves his cricket. This will test him out. He got through there. Got a single for himself. Batten back on strike. Good backing up here. No chance for second run there. Steele had to run too hard and fast past the stumps. Attacking fielding there from our mid-wicket fielder. Making sure there was no chance for second run there as well. Very energetic.
The batsman should take note of that, because he's right back on the fence, but he's quick over the ground. He was very quick into that ball, long way in. Gave no chance of a second run.
That's a fairly big hit from Dale Steele, and that goes the maximum. Gets a bit of a clap and a cheer from his teammates and the spectators over at the Bundaberg Cricket Pavilion there.
That helps the run rate.
Absolutely. Great shot, Dale Steele.
That was clean, wasn't it?
Absolutely. And yeah, just talking about that fielding earlier on. Yeah, Brendan Haylett from Brothers Cricket Club, left arm orthodox spinner. Yeah, very quick across the ground. You could say Ashley Sipple-like.
Ashley Sipple-like, yeah.
Lizard in the younger years, although he'd probably tell you that he could still run as fast as what he did when he was 21 as he does when now he's in his early 40s. Jack Raffles continues to bowl from the southern end. Left arm orthodox over the wicket. Sorry, around the wicket.
Well, this could be an interesting little confrontation here. Raffles bowling to Steele.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what sort of length Raffles looks to bowl to Dale Steele, because if he gets in his zone, I don't think he's going to hold back.
Well, the wind is across, but if anything, it's sort of coming down over Steele's shoulder. He really should look to be hitting through the offside with the wind, and that's what the bowler might be offering him.
Leg buys. Well, he's got a bit of protection out there. Once again, he's got the sweeper on the cover boundary. Quite a wide long off, but a very straight long on. Deep mid-wicket down there at cow corner. And deep square leg.
Yeah, well, that long off is fairly orthodox, straight-ish, and the sweeper, you're talking about cover, but he's squarish. He's more cover point.
Yes.
You can hit over the cover in the ring.
Well, there he goes. He hasn't quite got onto all of it. If he it's fallen short. Steele's probably lucky he didn't get onto.
Well, there's that. Look, that's an issue, and that's what... There was drop catches last night, but they all said, the boys, it's so hard here, seeing the high balls and judging exactly where they are and how quickly they're falling, and these really high balls in the air here at night are very difficult to take.
That is an outstanding catch in the outfield. Once again, Steele probably didn't quite get onto that, but also he's hitting into the wind. And I'd love to see the replay to see how low this catch has been taken. That's fingers under the ball.
Yeah, it looked good from here, I thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really good catch. Diving forward like that, that's a beauty.
Always tough diving forward.
Well, it had to be a 2 from Steele because he was then on strike. Yep, and then Steele got out. So it had to be a 2 and then...
So they still need another good partnership here. The Wide Bay Flames. The Monsoons have got their tails up here, having picked up 3 wickets in the first dozen overs. No, I haven't spotted who the catcher is yet. Just probably try and keep an eye on who the fielder is that was gone out there. Great catch. Just trying to identify. Is it number 12? Number 12 is running out into that direction. Craig McElligott. Craig McElligott from the Brothers Cricket Club in Townsville. That's the man. Oh, we missed the new batsman at the non-strikers end. It looks like Gavin Scott. Gavin Scott from East Cricket Club here in Bundaberg. He's the new batsman at the non-strikers end.
Two-leg buys. I thought that was off the bat.
Well, Batten was hoping it was off the bat.
Yep.
So 4 for 69 after 11 overs or 12 overs gone? 12. 4 for 69 after 12 overs.
So that's just under 6 and over. Not too bad, but not long ago we were discussing the state of play and there was 2 wickets down, now there's 4.
Yep. I'm sure Simon Gills, Coach Simon Gills, the Wide Bay Flames coach, he'd love to see another score of 140 put on the board here against the Monsoons, but it's going to take some effort with 8 overs left, 6 wickets in the shed.
Well, 140 at least, if not 150, and that needs 10 and over coming home from here.
Yes, which will be tough.
So, well, look, that's what the game's about. That's what's needed, and it's what they should be trying to achieve.
Dan Gartrell bowling his right arm medium paces. The northern end here. Started with 2 dotties.
Yelling out boring from out of the bar.
Oh, really?
Flick over the vacant mid-wicket area there.
Got to
in
take
front
2,
of square.
yes. Well
Great
done.
running, great running. Well done, Gavin Scott. Good work, Andy Batten. Sometimes those sort of shots, you can't hit them for 4, but, 2's better than 1.
And that should be, again, running hard, but no. I think that Andy Batten's just got a little bit of a calf muscle strain.
Okay.
And I think that's putting the brakes on the aggressive running between wickets.
Rightio, totally understandable there. Because and he does have to wicket keep for 20 overs.
He's got a front up and wicket keep,
Yeah.
yeah. So
inside edge, you could hear the 2 sounds there through the effects mic. That's a nice sneaky second there. Monsoons just got a little bit lazy on that one with their backing up.
2 runs a ball is 12 and over. There's not too much wrong with 2s.
No.
And if you're trying to score off every ball, if you get 1s, 2s, and occasional boundary, you're scoring big time. But dot balls are what really brings 2020 undone in scoring rates. You just can't have them.
Great fielding. Great fielding. Or have we got an injury there? Is it a cramp?
There's something going on there. It doesn't
Yeah.
look too good. Hopefully just a cramp.
Fielder dived to his left and basically went straight down to the ground and grasped his calf muscle there. Jaden Spina from the Herbert River Cricket Club there. Hoping it's just a cramp. Seems to be walking a little bit gingerly. That was the end of the over. 13 overs gone, 4 for 75. Jack Raffles still continuing to bowl from the southern end. Left arm orthodox finger spinner. Andy Batten on strike. Wicketkeeper just getting his angles right there with the cow corner fieldsman, the mid-wicket fieldsman, making sure they're not in a direct line with each other. Oh, wicketkeeper, pat on the back for him. Ball was hit straight to the cow corner fielder, where he just moved him to by Batten. Yeah, I see what you mean, Carl. Batten down there, flexing his calf muscle. Yeah, must be niggling and troubling him a little bit. Might be looking for a bit of a calf massage from team coach Simon Gills later on. Hey. Full toss. Scott just didn't try to overhit that. Hit it out to deep long on. Picked up a single. Batten back on strike. This is the way Scott will bat for a long period of time anyway. He's not the most biggest hitter in the team, but he does like to work the ball around and just hit the bad balls and run really well between wickets. He's quite busy as a cricketer.
Yep. Well, this is good cricket at the moment, scoring off every ball.
Hit down to the vacant fine leg area. Square leg fieldsman chases and throws. Scott comes back for the second. And we probably haven't had a boundary for quite a while, but there's been that continual ones and twos. It's been 3 overs since the last boundary. Thanks, scorers. 3 overs since the last boundary. Good wicket keeping. Good wicket keeping there by Adam Zabala. Finish off the over from Raffles. And are we looking at a bowling change here at all?
Looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like Haylett. Well, this will be interesting. We haven't seen too many spinners bowling from this end. He bowls his left arm orthodox. Shorter boundary on our commentary side position here in the Don Talon Pavilion. So we're interested to see whether or not Batten decides to take a bit of the long handle, take a chance at this particular point of time, or whether they continue with the same tactics of just looking at ones and twos and for another couple of overs before they try to unleash with 6 wickets in the sheds. Oh, delicate delicate. I believe Brendan Haylett was playing some lower grade cricket for Norths in the Brisbane competition this time last year.
Right.
He was sort of going between both sort of competitions, but from what I understand, he's just concentrating on playing cricket in Townsville this season. He bowled that one in the wicket, bit of a half tracker. He got away with that.
He's spending a fair bit of money on airfares if he's trying to play in Brisbane and Townsville at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know what the arrangement was there, but
wow.
Obviously he's run out of money and not doing it this season. Yeah, the left-hand, right-hand combination here too is working to the Wide Bay team's advantage. Field's constantly changing. If they're taking those singles, the bowler has to keep changing his line. Great delivery from Haylett. Beats the batter. Keeper gloves it well.
Yeah, left arm spin round the wicket to the left-hand batsman. Don't see a lot of that except in T20 cricket. It's probably where you see it most often.
Scott's got away with one there. He's got something on it. It's gone through where probably first slip would normally field. Picked up a couple of runs. Last ball of the over. And 15 overs gone. 87's the correct score. Been a number of times today where we've got to the end of the over and 87's on. Mr. Carl Rackerman is leaving us. He'll go back to the Wide Bay dugout. Words of wisdom from the great Mocker. And in comes Mr. Gavin Fitness, the Monsoons Bulls Masters mentor.
Going okay here too.
You happy?
Yeah, not too bad. I wouldn't mind a couple more wickets. Big fella worries me. As we saw before, he can hit a big ball. However, they just got to hold on here, the Monsoons.
Yeah, Raffles stretching. Sports medicine might be getting a bit of a workout tomorrow. I've had a pretty easy day today, talking to sports med people that are here. But day 2, day 3 of a carnival. Not much recovery time, and that's when you start to get the little niggles.
Massive part of it, the recovery side of things, that's for sure. They'd all be hopefully using their rollers and any ice baths that are available.
You would have been a big fan of the ice bath in your day, Gavin, hey?
Oh dear. Yeah, well, I do remember just after retiring, one of the first comments I made was, oh well, at least I'll never have to run another beep test.
Yeah.
Because back then the beep test was the
go-to.
Yeah, yeah. Another dot ball. Close this out here, this over. Well bowled. Yeah, there it is. That's the wicket.
It's the wicket too. A bit of excitement there in the Bulls, the Monsoons Bulls Masters mentor Gavin Fitness voice there. That was the wicket that he was hoping his lads would pick up, and Andy Batten Plays on and is bowled by Jack Raffles. And over number 15. Be nice for White Bay to have two set batsmen at the crease, but that's not to be. It's going to make their job a little bit harder. And it looks like captain of the White Bay side, Chris Duff, coming to the crease to take up Andy Batten's spot.
Guess as the tournament goes on, I think the shots square of the wicket are going to become a little bit more difficult to play than normal. That was a genuine bottom edge, just cannoned into leg stump.
Yeah, it's going to be probably more of a straight bat hitting down the ground type scenario. Those the cross bat shots. Pitch is starting to play a little bit lower. There's always that chance, bottom edge or bowled or LBW, particularly if you're hitting across the line, square of the wicket.
That's right.
Raffles serves up a great delivery for
finish.
Yeah, it's a good over from Jack Raffles.
5 for 91.
I think
4 overs to go.
3 overs to go, is it?
No, 3 for Jack. Is it Raffles? Raffles 3 for 17 off 4. That's
great spell.
Yeah, very handy bowling figures those. In any form of the game, let alone T20.
Brendan Haylett to bowl his left arm orthodox attack from both ends.
Yeah.
Has been, Raffles has finished his spell now, but Haylett takes it up from the northern end here. Gavin Scott turns it around the corner, hits it over square leg, and comes back for the second. I'm thinking Wide Bay would be hoping to get a score in the vicinity of 130 now. Obviously, Coach Gills would have been wanting that 140, 150, but I think that's beyond them now. It'll take an awful lot of hard work to get there. Monsoons still talking well on the field.
Yeah, there's still plenty of energy. They've only, they played the one game today, which they performed pretty well in. Tell you what, their warm-up was impressive. Wow, they were sharp.
Okay.
Yep. Very sharp in the warm-up.
It's beaten the short fine leg fielder there. And I'll come back. Chris Duff comes back for 2, gets himself off the mark. Haylett gives the batsman a little bit of width there. And Chris Duff's able to push the ball through the cover region, picks up 2 runs for himself. Wide Bay edging closer to 3 figures.
That's another good bit of work. Out stumped.
Very sharp stumping from Zabala. Sees Chris Duff given out stumped. And he's heading off. Tough situation for Wide Bay to be in now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Haylett bowled a good delivery there. A little bit of extra bounce.
Oh.
Once again, we've got the benefit of that replay.
I don't mind seeing the keeper get the benefit of the doubt.
Actually, did the bat bounce?
Bounce, possibly. I don't think that's what he was giving him out on.
No, but an interesting one.
Yeah.
It looked like the bat actually bounced.
Yeah.
Just looking at the new batsman coming in for Wide Bay. Yes, number 8, Tom Kidd. New batsman for Wide Bay at the striker's end from Harvey Bay. But here we go. We've got to look at that replay again. We're looking at photo finish there. It's and I'm happy with the decision from the umpire's point of view. Like, look how close it is, and we've got the luxury of that slow motion replay. Umpire John Richardson, he has to make that snap decision with no use of technology. Though the batsman's not going to see it that way.
No, it's good to see one going the way of the keepers, though. We get a bad rap normally. Touch and go, that one, but well, it's in the scorebook now. 6 for 98 with 3 overs to go.
So it's captain of the Monsoons, it's Steve Taylor in shirt number 11 coming on to bowl at the southern end, replacing Jack Raffles, and you're probably looking at him bowling over 18 and 20, closing out the innings.
He's done a good job so far, Steve Taylor. He impressed with the way that he communicates with the group in a team environment. I would suggest he'd be a pretty good captain.
He was captain of the side last year that made the
made
the final at the Gabba. Speaking of which, obviously you're new to the Monsoons for this tournament. You haven't had any correspondence from Luke Feldman at all over the period of the weekend. Wanted to give you some advice.
I did have a missed call from him yesterday, this morning.
Okay.
But no, I did not. I didn't actually speak to him, so I'm sure he would have been full of good advice. But well, the reality of it is I'm only with the Monsoons because they sacked Feldman. So it was a controversial sacking, according to Luke.
And he is a Townsville boy.
He is. That's what made it controversial. But
and they did make the grand final.
Mate, if you get beaten in grand finals, the coach has got to go. So no, he was a little bit taken back by the axing.
Playing grade cricket today might have also had a little bit of an impact on that. He's changed clubs? Has he moved from Valleys?
He has.
Trouble.
Oh.
Steve Taylor. He couldn't hit the side of the barn with that throw. He'll have a bit of a giggle to himself out there, I'm sure. Tom Kidd was a long way down. Taylor just had to gather the ball, and he's 1.5 metres away and couldn't hit the stumps. Poor fella. We've all been there.
It's a good length to bowl that. Right up in the hole. Very good.
So has he moved? The Fox, has he moved to?
He's moved to North.
Oh, he's moved to North, has he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did. He's playing Premier Cricket with North. Only red ball cricket, so he tells me. So he picked up 4 for last week. Didn't bowl until late in the day, but picked up 4 for. So I'd imagine he's knocked over the tail. But yeah, he's still getting them through. I actually did a pretty poor job of, which he tells me about all the time. I kept to him not that long ago, and
was that here in the Bulls Masters game?
That
was that the one you're referring to?
Yeah, once there, and then once in Emerald, just a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
He was a long way from complimentary about my glove work.
Very good.
It's well bowled again, beautifully bowled.
Taylor bowls well in these conditions, closing out the innings. He's quite strong. He bangs the ball into the pitch. He's been trying to keep it up. He's varying his pace a little bit here as well. Wide Bay have brought their 100 up. Wide Bay have brought their 100 up, but yes, they'd like another 25 to 30 runs on the board. But, they're finding that a little bit tough at the moment, getting bat on ball. Slight change in the field. They've brought their square leg in, and they've pushed a man down into the third man position, looking for that top edge.
Back of a length.
And just like clockwork, that third man fielder comes into play.
Chance here. That's a great throw.
That is a magnificent arm. Who we looking at there? Jonty Grazioli from Herbert River.
Nice. That'll do nicely, that will. 7 for, what was it, 6 for 101.
Yeah, I think Tom Kidd had to back himself there at this stage with a few wickets left, put the pressure on the fielder, but gee whiz, that was a great piece of fielding.
Great piece of fielding, yeah, absolutely. Great throw.
Made the keeper's job very, very easy.
It's another thing I enjoy seeing, that's for sure. He's kept quite well, the young fella here.
Yeah, well, having lost Demonari from last year's side, Queensland Country wicketkeeper.
Yeah.
This guy's come in. You obviously spent a bit of time with him over the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. Whereas he's somewhere in Brisbane, apparently. I don't think he's playing. Well, I haven't spotted him. There was some talk that he was going to. Head to Toombul, the club that I was involved with, but yeah, I don't know whether it was affected by COVID or what it was, but I haven't heard anything, and as far as I know, he's not playing in Brisbane. Six for 101. 7 for, is it? Sorry.
Okay, Bryson Mitchell. Bryson Mitchell is the new batsman for Wide Bay to the non-strikers end. And we've got Travis Bush back into the attack, bowling his left arm medium fast deliveries.
Bowled. That's all we need at this stage. One is probably a victory to the bowler.
Absolutely. Batsman obviously we're wanting to find boundaries at this particular point of time, but haven't been able to establish that partnership since Batten got out.
So he's going to be full here.
Great delivery.
Bowled.
Beat the bat.
Does he run his fingers down the back of that possibly? Just looked like it went a little bit.
No replay on that one, unfortunately. That's all right, though. Yeah, I'm impressed by this fella.
Yeah.
He started a little bit nervously.
Yeah.
In his first 3 or 4 balls, but since then he's
That's
really
pretty
put
good.
in. Yeah, he's done well. Someone's just made a comment about the mullet. One of our scorers, Shelley, must love a mullet from the 1970s. Good seeing the mullet still floating around on these young fellas in the 2020s. It is actually a good mullet, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Looks like he just walked off straight off the set of Neighbours in 1984 with Kylie Minogue. Runs his fingers through his mullet as he walks back to the bowling mark. Locks blowing in the breeze. Bush in. That's well bowled. Yeah.
Yep, very good.
Well, the wind's backed off a little bit compared to what it was like this afternoon. It's still a little bit blowy. You can hear that through the microphone, but nowhere near as blasting as what it was this afternoon. Gavin Scott smacks that one down to long off. They're coming back for the second. Throw goes to the keeper's end, but they're safely home for 2 runs.
End of the 18th, end of the 19th. One to go.
Have we got a time when the last boundary was hit, please, scorers? Can anyone fill us in on that one? Thanks. So, yeah, 11th over was the last. Okay, wow. No boundary since the last ball of the 11th over. And that's been telling. So, Steve Taylor, skipper of the side, is going to close the innings out here, bowling his right arm medium paces from the southern end. Bryson Mitchell on strike. And you would think he's going to have a fairly good crack here. You would hope that he has a good crack here, young Bryson from Gympie.
Down the ground for one. Get it in the air here. Yeah. Good throw. Oh.
Great piece of fielding out there again. The batsman had to work really hard. Gavin Scott had to work really hard to get home to the non-striker's end. They fielded well, the Monsoons, Gav.
Yeah, they've been pretty good. Touch wood.
Ooh.
Yeah, they've been going pretty well so far in regards to... I'm a big believer in fielding. To me is all about energy. Energy off the ball. And when your energy level... Well, when the energy of the group's up, you tend to feel pretty well. So, yeah, they've been pretty good so far. We just need to close this one out.
Bat on ball here needed by Bay. Full toss. Just the single. Down to long on for Mitchell. Puts Gavin Scott on strike.
Probably had to go then, to be honest.
Yeah, fair call.
A couple of balls to go. Still got a couple of wickets in the shed, and as it turned out, they would have got the second.
Put the pressure back on the fielders,
Yeah.
you reckon?
I guess when there's only a few balls to go, it's no sense. You don't die wondering. Well bowled again.
Taylor's good, isn't he?
Been good.
Yeah,
He's been very good.
Just he was good last year with his
Yeah.
captaincy and his bowling
Yep.
at the end of the innings, and he's repeating the effort this year. Full and straight, knowing the batsman's looking to advance. Here's a replay, and yeah. He has to play those sort of shots at this point.
At this time,
particular point of time.
Yeah.
And
it's a good line he's bowling at the death, though.
And Scott, when he advanced, he tended to, rather than going straight down, he
Went leg
side, and the line doing that didn't allow him to stay in line with the ball.
They all seem to want to go leg side of the ball, and I guess it makes you feel like you can free your arms. I still think we're better off to go at the ball.
Well,
try and hit it straight.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch Matthew Hayden bat,
absolutely.
When he was advancing,
this could be a hat trick here. It's another one. What's that? 9 for?
9 down. First ball, he had to go for it, but he's just spooned it to mid wicket. As young, I think that was Hayden Pope, was it? Yeah, young Hayden Pope from here in Bundaberg. And how many balls left in the over? Sorry, scorers. 1 left, and he's on a hat trick. And I think it'll be Dean Krebs coming out. Yep, Dean Krebs coming out to bat. But the batsman crossed, so Mitchell will be on strike. He'll be facing the hat trick ball, but I think he's just got to have a crack. And if Taylor gets the hat trick, good on him.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Krebsy. Yep, Dean Krebs.
He's not going to get to face the ball because they've changed. They crossed, didn't they?
Yes, yeah. Bryson Mitchell's on strike. Sorry, who was the fielder that took that catch in the end? Guy Brooks. Absolute dolly of a catch. Guy Brooks from the Wanderers Cricket Club in shirt number 6 for the Monsoons. Don't think he'll get an easier catch in his cricket career than that one.
Oh.
What is he, Bryce? Holy dooly, Bryson. You need to run, my friend. It's not golf. We don't stand there and look and admire.
Right.
You got the single.
Winds us up. 113. Is it 113 to win?
113. Might be 114.
114 to win. Game on.
Well, the Wide Bay guys, I think, have come in under par with that particular score. I don't think Simon Gills will be overly impressed with that. He would have been hoping to push to that 140, 145 minimum, I would say. Congrats, though, to the Monsoon boys who have worked their backsides off in keeping Wide Bay to a total of, under 120. When you look at that 120, that's a run a ball.
Yeah.
So I think Wide Bay are going to have their work cut out for them to keep Monsoons away from that total. You know a little bit more about their batting.
Yeah, I guess,
Gavin?
The Wide Bay side have no choice here. They've got to come out and defend it as hard as they can. And the only thing they can be, or the only way that they're going to get in the game is through early wickets. So, a couple of early wickets, and anything can happen, especially in a small run chase. But at this stage, I would say that the Monsoons are certainly bringing momentum off with them.
Yes, they'll be more than happy with their efforts. Right, yeah, we might
Okay, there's
wrap
pizza.
that up. You got a pizza to eat. I've got my
there we go.
I've got my Indian meal to consume in the innings break, and we'll be back on air in about 15 minutes' time.
Fantastic.
And we'll
Cheers.
see you then. Thanks
See
very
ya.
much,
Bye.
viewers. Cheers for now.
I'll never win one of these.
It's only 3 tickets per month, mate. It's fair game.
Everything all right there, Princess? Oh, yeah, mate. I think I'm going to need some more Clipsal products.
Chemist Warehouse is making shopping more convenient with its new click and collect service. Just tap to order items online, and it's ready for pickup within just 4 hours. Click and collect. Try it today.
Hey, Horry and Mocha, can we have some chips?
Mocha, I reckon even you could turn this fella square.
I reckon, boys, we hold that lemon just down the seam. You get your technique right, we'll get that to swing. We'll bend it like a banana.
Bulls Masters like to say thanks to the Brisbane markets for supporting us so that we can run events like the Bulls Masters Youth Cup.
The Brisbane markets support all our local farmers, so make a better choice and get all your fruit and veg from your local fruit shop.
Welcome back. Solder Oval, number 1. Wide Bay Flames finished their 20 overs on 112. The North Queensland Monsoons about to start their innings in pursuit of 113 runs. Opening the batting for the Monsoons, Jaden Spina, number 7 from Herbert River. Spina, that's a name that's synonymous with the Townsville region.
Yeah, it's more with the rugby league background, I imagine. But,
yes, yeah. And Dan Gartrell from Suburban Parks as the non-striker. Mick Polson on board once again. Did you have a nice break there, Mick?
Yeah, I did. Went out of some lovely food from your canteen, so it was wonderful, actually. Been looking after us all weekend, which is amazing food, actually.
Well, they do a good...
highly recommended.
They do a good range of menu down there.
They certainly do.
Bromman Grills tries to change it up every weekend and introduce a few new different items. Opening the bowling from the northern end here for Wide Bay, Nathan Van Ekeren from the Norths Cricket Club here in Bundaberg. Bowling right arm fast mediums. And that beats the bat. Looks like the spin is indicating he's got a little bit of away movement there.
Yeah, it was a great delivery, actually. It's his second ball, so they got a slip in. So I take it Wide Bay will be thinking that they're going to have to get 10 wickets to win this game. We'll definitely get early wickets, that's for sure. So he's back to his mark now, coming in for his third delivery. Right arm over, pushed it into the pad, knocked around just in front of mid-wicket there, but no runs. Builder there.
Gavin's, Matty Jackson, my apologies, Matty Jackson at mid-wicket. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what tactics the Monsoons go with here. Obviously, you know, they want to establish a good opening partnership here, but, you know, 112 is not a huge total. It's one of those probably funny in-between totals. You know, will they look to just, you know, knock it around for the 1s and 2s, or will they try to up the ante and get their run rate, their net run rate up in order to finish the game a little bit earlier than the scheduled 10 o'clock finish?
Yeah, so, well, that's the smarter one, be a bit more low risk. Make sure you keep your wickets in hand. So get your eye in, especially under the lights here, just to adjust. Even though they've been out in the field for a while, but coming back out now, they're doing the other side of the batting side. And lovely delivery up full, playing missed by the batsman, so a bit unlucky there, the bowler. So he must be getting a little bit of movement away from the right-hand batsman.
Yeah, yeah. It's good to see they got a slip in, being a little bit attacking there, because basically Wide Bay have to bowl the Monsoons out. That's right. They're not going to restrict them and keep them from scoring 113 runs in 20 overs. They need to knock them over fast.
He's clean bowled him. Well, there you go. What a wonderful start.
Fairly good start from Nathan Van Ekeren.
It looked like the flames were on fire then too, with those illuminated bars going up like that. But
Gartrell on his way.
Yeah, he didn't. He played all around it, didn't he? So,
yeah, it'll be interesting. You know, did he just play down the wrong line, or did he go back when he should have come forward?
Well, he sort of looked like to me he's getting caught in no man's land,
yeah.
so he didn't know whether to go back forward or.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then played the wrong line, obviously. So maybe that, as Spina said earlier, the bit of movement away from him. Thank you. Craig McGallagher is the new batsman coming in.
Yeah, from the Brothers Club in Townsville, wearing shirt number 7. Craig, he was down here in Bundaberg this time last year as well. Good sized lad. Imagine he can slap the ball fairly comfortably if he gets onto it.
Yeah, so that was the last ball of that over.
Yeah,
so,
good way to finish. 1 for 1 after 1 over. Van Ekeren will be happy with that result, and as will all of Wide Bay's players and coaching staff. and they'll be hoping that, I'll just double check here who's bowling. Dean Krebs is the opening bowler from here in Bundaberg, the Brothers Club here in Bundaberg, coming from the southern end.
Yeah, another tall right-hand bowler.
Actually, probably going back three to 4 seasons ago, he actually made the South Queensland countryside. He was just on fire, but I think work has taken a precedence over cricket with him in the last couple of years, so I don't think he's able to put as much time and effort into cricket, other than I think he has attended a few Goldfield Ashes up in Charters Towers there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
With the team that Ashley Sipple heads up with. They got an interesting name.
I should know that, shouldn't I?
It's a good name. I can't remember the name of the side that they go up with.
It'll come to me. I remember what it's called. Bush Pigs.
The Bush Pigs, South Bennett Bush Pigs.
South Bennett Bush Pigs. The lads. Yeah, my young fella goes along with that as well. So.
Oh, nice.
He's been heading up the last couple of years, so the boys have plenty of fun. Play hard cricket and.
Oh, that's a very, very tough catch. Chris Duff, great in the field. Be interesting to see whether he actually got a hand to this, but mighty effort. Spina lives to fight another day.
Yeah, sort of hung up there for a while, didn't I?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to get there. So
here we go.
Made
On
a lot
the
of territory.
replay. I think he's actually dived past the ball. It might have hit him up on the wrist region.
Here we go. We got a better shot here.
Better shot.
I don't know. It's a very hard catch.
Yeah.
If you take a bit of a blinder.
Top effort from the Wide Bay captain.
Well, Bale pushed up with his legs, just ducked it behind with fine leg up, so they do scanter through for a quick single. Well, bowling's been spot on so far, these lads.
Well, Wide Bay opened last night. Their first 4 or 5 overs in the power play were great. Stormers didn't get away to any sort of a super start.
Another foolish ball pushed out to in front of point there for no runs. And yeah, I was sort of watching that game, but the middle order got into the spinners. Was that what happened?
Yeah. Verenkamp.
Verenkamp
From the Stormers. Hit a good 50, but the White Bay side didn't help themselves by dropping a few catches, as the Stormers did. That's a lovely, lovely shot from Spina through point. 4 runs. Geez, he didn't really put much into that.
No, he just used the pace of the ball beautifully, timed it splendidly. So, yeah, straight out through point for 4. So, nice way to finish the over for the Monsoons.
And the ball still hit the fence at good pace. It rebounded off the fence back into the field of play by about 5 metres. Yeah, and that was the last ball of the over. You know, just need to close the over out with a dotty or a 1, and happy days. And Krebsy off the fine leg with a big smile on his face. And otherwise that's not happening, and he's down to fine leg with thinking of what could have been or should have been.
Righto, so back for the start of the third over.
Van Ekeren with bowling figures of 1 for 1 after over 1. See how he follows it up. He's bowling at a reasonable speed. Batsman hurried a little bit there.
I think so. Yep, and he's been able to push it back down to gully. He's up, so no runs.
Once again, he's a little bit like Dixon.
That whippy.
That whippy sort of action. He's probably got a slightly longer run up than what Dixon has, but.
I was just having a quick chat with him down at fine leg there before, but he's certainly not much of him.
No?
Oh, he's just a lean, mean machine, he reckons, so there you go. But no, he was pretty happy with his bowling. It's another nice delivery, forward, making the batsman come forward, and he's pushed it out to covers for no runs. So no really aggression there at all, just making sure he's still there, the batsman. McElligott, is it?
McElligott. Yep, McElligott.
He's a fairly tall batsman where spinner's a bit on the shorter side, so to make that a bit easier for us to work out who's who.
That's a nice shot. He's straight to the leg side, whips it down to fine leg. Krebs fields well.
Thinking about coming back for 2, wasn't he, Jason?
Yeah.
But, well, fielded actually, good throw. So I think he made the right decision there, not going back for the second, because he'd been a bit short. A bounce throw in, straight over the stumps there, so that was good.
Six-3 field?
Yes.
Yeah, 6-3 field.
Oh, another delivery, more at middle and leg has been tucked in there, square leg for an easy single. So, probably a bit upset with himself there, especially when you got the 6 on the offside there, or waiting for a catch or something to come their way. They have got a third man in and a fine leg in. A forward square and backward, like on the ring with mid on. Same with mid off, back on the ring. Well bowled. Excellent bowling, wasn't it?
Gallagher happy to let that go through to the keeper.
Yeah, so they still got slip in, gully, normal positioning, point, covers, and mid-off has actually moved up a bit off the ring. Well bowled. Nice Yorker length ball and well played in the end there. So it's definitely on the line of hitting the stumps, so the batsman's good enough to keep it out. So nice over again.
He's finished that over really well, Van Nqld, hasn't he? He's kept the batsman very, very honest. It's the beauty of playing these games here in the evening too. These quicks, they only know they've got 4 overs to bowl. They can come in, charge in hard, bend their backs. Just checking the temperature. It's a lovely cool 21 degrees here in Bundaberg this evening. With that breeze, plenty of people wandering around with a jacket or a jumper on.
Yes, it's a bit feels cooler than 21. I think he's not going to bowl the next over by the looks of it. He's gone off for a break.
Krebs out of the attack. And it looks like Kelsey's going to take up the attack from the southern end. Nick Kelsey bowling his right arm off breaks.
With hat on.
A la Greg Mo Matthews.
Yes. Well, some COVID rules of
the
umpires are not holding hats and things like that, so he's probably said, oh, I might as well leave it on my head. So good delivery first up, straight through the keeper. Right arm off swing.
Hit him.
Easy single.
Yeah.
Yeah, non-strikers backing up very well there. Got made through the single that was hit out to forward point easily, or extra cover area. He hasn't got much of a run out, has he?
No, it's all shoulder.
The old batsman wouldn't be looking down for too long.
He actually grew up, played a lot of cricket with Jared Sipple.
Okay.
Yeah, same age as Jared. They both made a lot of wide bay underage teams from age 10, 11 right through their teens. And quite often they'd bowl in tandem, one at each end, and they'd just rip through 20 overs real quick.
Okay, yep.
All of a sudden, whoa, where'd 20 overs go, you know?
So this ball's been pushed out to deep square. He's going to go
Trouble.
for a second. Could be. No, he's back safely. So it just takes a single.
Not quite good enough from the deep out there.
Spinner definitely not going to go back for a second then. So, but no, that batsman back safely from the non-strikers. Forward shot, not convincing, but he gets it over extra cover and into the fence for 4. So.
And once again, the last ball of the over had been quite a reasonable over up until that point of time.
It'd be interesting to go back through the score, wouldn't it? How many times you get hit for a boundary off your last ball? So
yeah.
But
And that's pressure both ways. That's batsman going. We haven't hit a boundary in the over. We've got to look for the boundary, and that's the bowler going.
Yeah.
I've got to land this. I've got to land this in the right area, and yeah.
Well, he used his feet well then. So
absolutely. Yeah.
He probably was done a little bit with flight, but he was good enough to throw his hands through it and got it over. So looks like we've got another change of bowling here, have we?
Yeah, looks like Bryson Mitchell from Gympie coming on to bowl, replacing Nathan Van Eekeren, who, did you see him head off the field?
Yeah, after he finished his last over, he went
Okay.
straight off the field. I don't think it was an injury. I think it's just you got an extra man, so they just swap him around, so give the bowlers a bit of a break. So, well, let's hope it's not an injury. So,
Yeah,
it didn't look like he was anything wrong with him when he was bowling.
So Mitchell opened the bowling last night from the southern end in combo with Nathan Van Eekeren, so they've gone with giving Bryson a trundle from the top end here, the northern end, the White Street
okay, that's
gate
good.
end. So
He's been here a few years too, hasn't he? I think he was up in Mackay even.
Yeah.
When they.
He's been around, he's been around Wide Bay cricket for a long time.
Oh, I
And
think he's
that
got balls.
is out. No, umpire unmoved, but the batsman is walking.
Yeah.
Just the way he, I heard it here, the
Yeah.
snick, but yeah, I just wasn't sure whether he was going to. He kept walking towards cover as opposed to back to the dressing rooms.
Yeah.
Great start for Bryson Mitchell. Dan Gartrell is the dismissed batsman, and that's what Wide Bay were looking for. An early wicket in the power play.
Here we go, replay here. So it was a good catch. Yeah, nice big nick. So. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. New batsman for the Monsoons, Guy Brooks. Guy wearing shirt number 6 and plays for the Wanderers Club up there in Townsville. The Townsville viewers, members of the Wanderers Cricket Club, here is your man. Coming to the crease, 1 for 15. Sorry, 2 for 15, my mistake. Thanks, thanks Shelley. Keeping us on our toes. Do the scorers here.
Yeah, we just got a nice little text about our comment on Nathan
Van Eekeren
from Sean Rose. He's got a swollen foot that he got hit in the last game, so just probably going off to do some precautionary thing to make sure it's all under control. So come back later and make sure he's available for tomorrow's game as well. So all the best. Hopefully everything's all right with him. Righto, so Bryce, he's working up a bit of pace already, the lad, isn't he? He's a bit fired up now. Wicket first ball. It's always going to help you out.
Yeah, he's a big lad. He's a tall lad. He bowls from a relatively good height.
Right home over and well bowled right up into the batsman there. He's good enough just to play it down in front of him, so no runs. You're right, we've said before, those scores around that 112, 120 mark, sometimes you just go, how do you go, do we just go hard or we don't go hard, or then if you lose a couple of wickets like they have, you know, but mind you, it's been good bowling, but next thing, ooh.
Yeah, they're just, it's you got to make a decision on how you approach them. You know, if you've got a really small score, you know how you're going to get that.
Yeah.
And if you've got a really big score, you know how you've got to approach that.
Some good fielding again. The boys have
outstanding.
Lifted. Wide Bay Flames, yes. So that was flicked off his hips down to the bit wide of third man. I thought there might have been 2 there, but he scooted around there and got it in very quickly. So reduced it to just the 1 run.
Yeah, Dean Krebs down there on the boundary, big smile on his face. I think he's copping a bit of ribbing from some of the locals down there on his fielding effort.
He'll be loving it, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well bowled again. It's a bit of an uppish manner he played the ball. But
interesting shot from Spooner.
Talking about getting on him a bit quicker than he expected as well, I think. Well, there's plenty of chat going on out there, so another wicket here, make it interesting.
For sure. And they need to stay up. The boys need to have positive energy in these early stages to to keep themselves motivated and keep the game in hand as such.
Ooh, unlucky there. But I think he was intended to run it down to third man, went through about third slip area. Catchable height, but a single.
End of the over. Could have been worse. Could have been a boundary.
Yeah, well, he didn't make that mistake, did he?
No. So
And then he got another wicket.
good first up over from Bryson Mitchell.
What's he... Oh, no, he's just checking his boots. I just wonder what he's doing there, Bryson. But
yeah,
he's right. Tough lad.
Change of bowler from the top end. Matty Jackson coming into the attack, bowling his right arm medium fast deliveries. I've had this will be the third over from the southern end, and I've had three different bowlers. They've gone with Krebs, they've gone with Kelsey, and now Matty Jackson. Matty Jackson got a wicket very first ball yesterday.
Ooh.
Loves his Yorkers. He loves his Yorkers,
Well,
Matty Jackson. He bowls
I haven't seen enough of them this weekend, to be honest.
Yeah, he loves his Yorkers.
Little hurried run-up, hasn't he?
Yes.
Busy run-up. Right arm over. And here's one of the young lads you're saying that Queensland schoolboy selection.
Yep.
That's right. So, a bit of an all-rounder by the looks of it, eh? Batter
Genuine all-rounder at this point of his career. Big chase out there. Good work, Chris Duff. Chased that hard, setting the example as the captain for the rest of the Wide Bay boys. Hauling that in.
Yeah, lovely cover drive.
Great.
And I didn't
great
think
shot.
he'd get that. He got some toe, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Pretty sharp.
Yeah.
Looked good on the Bundy winger playing league.
I actually think he plays a fair bit of soccer.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You need a bit of pace on that too,
Yeah.
don't you? So, for sure. Yeah, covered.
Oh, tough bounce. But nice shot.
Scoot through for a single.
Nice
so
shot from Brooks. The spinner's, he's moved, I suppose, quietly along to 16 out of 21, 22 without doing anything silly at all. Batted very well, and that is a lovely cover drive.
for four.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just starting to get his eye in properly now, isn't he? So
yeah, he struck that nice. He found the gap between mid-off and cover, and it's gone through the gate out onto field 3 in the darkness.
He's found it.
Okay, Chris. I wonder what that was about. Was that a
Was he checking the ball?
checking the ball? Was
Wouldn't suggest that he would have changed it over, would he?
No, it was.
Okay, Young Jackson's in it comes, right arm, shortish, it's up in the air. Ooh, lands safe, and they'll go through for a single. Just the one off that. Two for 26. What is it? This is a sixth over, isn't it? Is that right?
Yep, last over of the power play.
And dab down to first slip there for no run. So that's the end of the over. 2 for 26 off the 6. I'm going to hand over to Carl Rackerman. You can be happy with that, Carl, I think. 2 for 26 off your power play. Wonderful. Boys are talking well out there and look like they're enjoying it. So
Thanks, Michael. Welcome back, Carl. Dale Steele slotted himself in that first slip position there, being the elder statesman of the side that he is. Feeling quite well, but he's looking after himself. Well done.
So we need a first slip. Oh, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Look, it has been good. Power play, taking 2
yeah.
wickets and keeping the score to 26. That's a really good start. Not a big total on the board, so you've got to do the job in the field then. And so far, so good.
Spina looks good.
Yeah, he does. He's a good player. Yep.
Before you come up, did you check on Nathan Van Eekeren? Got a text message that he might be carrying a little bit of a foot injury.
He got struck on the foot.
Yeah.
In the previous game.
Okay.
He's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
He's okay. He has got a sore foot, yes, but he's all right.
Well, I don't know if that was supposed to go where he planned it to go, but either way, he's picked up a couple of runs, and you take those. Bryson Mitchell's second over. His first over was quite good. Followed Van Eekeren from this end, and haven't given away too many runs from this end. Well, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. You can't set a field for that.
Just
and,
out of reach, eh? Wow.
Good effort from Batten, and that really tested his calf muscle injury.
Yeah, indeed. Good bowling.
He's dived full length, and it split him and Dale Steele at first slip and ended up as 4 runs. So, once again, their Spina finds the boundary, moves along to 21. Very fine third man there. And that's out. Bowled.
That's out bowled. That's what it is. I didn't see the...
no, the bails didn't flash.
The zingers.
No. No, the zing's gone out of the zingers. They might need a few batteries.
Flat battery on the zing. Well, look, he deserved that, really.
After the last delivery?
Well, he's been bowling well, as you said, and found the edge, the ball before.
Thanks, mate.
And a very, very important wicket.
Absolutely, Spina.
For both teams.
Yeah, yeah. Spina was the set batsman. Brooks was only on 2. The new batsman to the crease is the other Gartrell, Chris Gartrell. Also from Suburban Parks up there. Chris will be in shirt 15. Suburban Parks up in Townsville. They fairly dominate this Monsoon side. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I've only got 4 players. I thought there was a few more. Mind you, that's a fairly good representation from the one club in a representative side. Well, that's sharpish. That's sharpish.
It is.
Yeah, that hurried on to the batsman.
Give the batsman something to think about.
Absolutely. Another wicket here for the White Bay boys, and that makes it very interesting. Monsoons will be looking to establish a partnership, and that one's eased down to third man for a single. End of the over. 3 for 33 after 7, and you'd probably say honours fairly even at this stage. You'd say that Monsoons have got their nose in front, Carl.
Well, I think White Bay's got the nose in front. I think the pressure that the bowlers have been putting on has been really impressive and well executed, and 3 for 33 off 7, just a smidge above 4 and over to this point. It's necessary when you've only got 112 on the board, but the job's being done, and they've got 3 key wickets. So these batsmen now, these middle order, they're in under pressure right now.
Captain Chris Duff brought himself into the attack. They've used 4 different bowlers, 1 over spells. Great start from Chris Duff. Beat the bat, beat the stumps, beat the keeper, and looks like, I would say, 2 byes. Yep, umpire John Richardson signalled 2 byes. Was this a tactic spoke about pre-game, pre-innings with 1 over spells from the one end, or is this something that they're having a crack at, or?
Oh, I think a bit of it's got to do with when a wicket falls.
Yep.
That, you know, getting spinner out changed the landscape somewhat, and whatever was being planned at that stage for the next few overs, suddenly it's a different kettle of fish. So
great piece of fielding off his own bowling there from Chris Duff. It was a firmly hit shot back towards mid-off, but Duff bowling right arm around the wicket was able to get across to cut the runs off.
there's probably 7 bowlers in the wide bay side. So Duff's got some options, himself being one of them. And there's a numbers of spinning options.
Is that only 1 run off that over, scorers? 2 byes. As a maiden, yeah. Great over from wide bay captain Chris Duff. Someone in the pavilion's had a few too many soft drinks over there, by the sounds of things. Offering sound advice to the wide bay captain, local player Chris Duff. Bryson Mitchell continuing the attack. This will be over number 3 for him. Bowling to Brooks. And Brooks has gone over mid-on, over Tom Kidd's head. And the result is 4 runs from that lofted shot.
North Queensland have to look to play these sort of shots. They just come off the back of a maiden, and the asking rate is just now creeping up a bit. What do they want now? 60, 72, 73, 74 off 8 overs. So 9 and overs asking rate.
Good reply from Bryson Mitchell, follows up the boundary with a dot ball. Solid forward defence from Brooks. Into the eighth, 9th over here. Wide Bay have still only got 2 fielders outside the circle, which is great to see. That could have gone anywhere, but he has picked the gap between point and cover. Picked up 2 runs. Brooks has picked up 2 runs. But yeah, only 2 fielders out, and Wide Bay persisting with a slip and a gully.
So you set a field like this, you're asking a lot of the bowlers to bowl accordingly and respond, and Bryson Mitchell's doing a very good job of it.
Good running between wickets. Nice soft hands there. Loud, confident, clear call. Both batsmen trusting each other.
So there's been the 4 lofted over the onside, element of risk. Good shot through the covers there, kept 2 and then that single. But the big thing was the boundary, but he said if you want to take a boundary, you've got to take a risk. And anyway, they got away with it.
Bryson Mitchell starting his run up from the 30-metre circle. And full toss. Don't think that was intended to be going to third man. It was probably thickish outside edge. And Chris Gartrell picks up a single. He'll keep the strike, as that was the end of the over. Now I wonder what the tactics will be here. We've had 4 different bowlers from the southern end, but it looks like Chris Duff's going to stop that trend and bowl himself for a second over as Nathan Van Eekeren returns to the field after going off for probably a little bit of treatment to his sore foot that he got in the last game. And Bryson Mitchell goes for a spell in the dressing room after his 3 overs. Lofted. Down to long off. Just for a single.
Did I say 9 and over was needed? That's why you buy calculators. Don't do maths in your head these days. I think I might have been a little bit out with that.
No, I think that's what you were hoping for, Carl. But there we go. The Zinger bails at this end work spectacularly well. And Chris Duff has picked up a very important wicket for Wide Bay.
Well, that's a sort of dismissal that will make any off-spinner pretty excited. Coming round the wicket to the right-hander. Ball's obviously drifted, drawn the bat away from the pad, created a gap, and then it's dropped and spun between bat and pad and bowled him. That is deluxe off-spinning.
Yep. And Chris Duff was very excited by that too, and rightly so.
Rightly so.
So the new batsman for the Monsoons, Jonty Grazioli from the Herbert River Cricket Club, wearing shirt number 3. That's out. The Herbert River Cricket Club's that out Ingham way, Adam? Ingham, yep, thanks mate. Yeah, if you're looking for a textbook off-spin delivery from around the wicket, you can't do any better than that particular delivery. And Chris Duff is not a renowned big spinner of the ball, but he'll be more than happy with that delivery. It'll be on his own highlights reel, I'd imagine.
Oh, that was just superb.
Floats that one up, throws it up, tempting the batsman. Grazioli. Jonty Grazioli puts that one through forward of square leg. Gets off the mark with a single out to deep mid-wicket. And that's the end of a very impressive over from the man affectionately known as the Duff Man. Yeah, there has to be a change of bowler at this end, obviously, with Bryson Mitchell leaving the field when Nathan Van Eekeren came back on. So Dean Krebs, who opened the bowling from the southern end, has now been switched around to the northern end here at Salter Oval. He had a 1 over spell to open the bowling.
So just to revise that asking run rate, it's now just under 70 needed off 10, so almost 7 and over. Some way short of previously advertised 9.
That was the hopeful 9.
Don't know where that came from. Anyway, apologies.
It's been a long day, Carl.
Apologies to anyone that took me seriously.
Hit and run, bunt and run. Grazioli adds another single to his tally, gets off strike. Chris Gartrell takes over. No slip or gully now. Field's a little bit more spread. Couple of more boundary riders. Didn't that skid away? Once it cleared Chris Duff at mid-off, it seemed to pick up speed as it raced towards the mid-off boundary. 4 runs. Good shot, Christopher Gartrell.
Maybe there's a case for another boundary rider at long off where that one went. Chris Duff resisting. It was a nicely hit stroke.
Chris Duff takes the catch at mid-off, and he dropped one last night that he wouldn't normally drop, and he watched that into his hands that carefully. Yeah, Gartrell gone.
Well, he was looking to revisit the shot before, and the captain might have thought about putting himself back, but he didn't. Stayed in the ring and didn't have to move too far. Straight down his throat.
Dean Krebs watched the action the whole way, and he's very pumped, very happy with that result.
5 down. Pressure mounting.
Yeah, well,
on North Queensland.
It's definitely game on, isn't it?
It's game on, and the bowlers for Wide Bay to this point have done a tremendous job.
In comes the experienced captain for the Monsoons, wearing shirt number 11, Steve Taylor, captain last year, captain this year. Steve from Suburban Parks Cricket Club up there in Townsville, and I think the batsman crossed. I think he's going to the batsman crossed. He's going to the non-strikers end. Krebs to continue to bowl. So 2 new batsmen to the crease. Grazioli's only on 2. And Taylor obviously hasn't faced a ball, so therefore not off the mark. 5 for 50. Wow. Who would have thought? You can't say the wicket's been doing anything majorly funny or weird or different. Looks like it's been very true and consistent in its bounce.
It's been good, disciplined pressure bowling.
Yeah.
That's and it's paid dividends.
End of Dean Krebs' over there. End of a successful over for the Wide Bay side, that is. Now, Chris Duff going to continue into his 3rd over from the southern end, and why not? Steve Taylor, captain on strike. Captain bowling to captain. I remember the days, Carl, of when the opposition captain used to come out to bat, everyone used to give him a clap.
Yeah.
Remember those days?
Yeah. Guy's opposition captain and a bit of a clap. That's right.
Sounds serious. Wow. Okay, I haven't seen that done for years and years and years. It's a funny little tradition. Umpire not interested in that LBW call. Appeal from the Y base side on Taylor. Here we go. Looks like it's pitched outside leg. Even if it's hitting the stumps, it's not going to be given out by the umpire. Y Bay boys, they're just switched on at the moment, aren't they? They're charging in, backing up. It's good torque, good energy.
And the captain's kept so many infielders. Kept that pressure in the ring.
Only 3 out. Long off, long on, and deep mid-wicket. He's really zipping through these overs too, isn't he? It's easy to zip through when you're dotting them up like that. And 12 overs down, 5 for 50. Was that a maiden? So he's bowled 2 maidens? 2 maidens in a row. None for 2 off 3. That's fairly. 1 for 2 off 3. That's fairly unheard of in T20 cricket. 2 maidens in a row.
And that run rate. This is what happens in short form cricket. So now 63 to win off 8. Call it 8 and over required.
It's getting close to that 9.
So we'll be up to 9 shortly.
Krebs. That's a nice single, actually. That's he did not try to hit that hard at all, and confidently called his partner through and responded positively. Taylor on strike for the first time to Krebs. Still to get off the mark, and gets off the mark with a shot behind point and gets a comfortable 2. Well, I suppose Chris Stuff's going to make the call. Does he after this over, does he bowl himself out, Carl?
I think without a doubt he does.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well bowled. And got to remember, Van Eekren's still got 2 overs up his sleeve. Bryson Mitchell, has he got 1 over left, please, scorers? Okay. So they've got to come up with...
I think Nick Kelsey.
Yeah, well, they've got to come up with someone for 4 overs. If they're going to use Van Eekren for 2, Mitchell for 1. Oh, Matty Jackson. Yeah, so they've got a few options there.
There's options.
Yeah. Matty Jackson comes into bowl and jams a few of his favourite Sandshoe Crusher Yorkers in there. He loves delivering those. But yeah, it's definitely game on. Lofted just over in front of square, but Matty Jackson's sweeping out there on the, I suppose, the deep forward square leg boundary. 1 bounce and into his hands, and he ripped it back in. Only a single to Taylor. That's an outstanding cover drive.
Kept 2.
Wow. I thought he might have chanced his arm and come back for a 3 there. a third run, but no, kept it to 2. That's losing quick wickets and going. Not going to back myself there, or don't want to be run out. I'll just play it safe. It's a magnificent cover drive. Good over, Dean Krebs. You're right, Carl. The Duff man's going to bowl himself out. Lovely sweep shot, just behind square. 4 runs to Steve Taylor. Just eases a little bit of the pressure valve, but still plenty of work to do for the Monsoons. Duff's got to put that one behind him. Let's worry about the next delivery. Throws that one up. Oh, well bowled. Inside edge. Down to short fine leg. Sneaks through for a single and brings Grazioli onto strike. Well, that's up-ish, but I think it's going to land safe. Two runs.
Looking to hit high into the wind. It's brave.
Very brave.
But there's no one deep at square leg. There's a deep mid-wicket. So it's hitting to square leg.
That's well bowled again. Yeah, I mean, you know, he's still got to go with that. I've got to have some protection deep, but I've also got to have the guys in the inner ring to keep the pressure on. I think that may pull up. Batsmen get 2. Long boundary out there, particularly as you said before, Carl, hitting into the wind. The sweeper out there was able to get in and around behind the ball, preventing it from going over the boundary. Nick Kelsey is the man out there. Chris Duff disappointed himself, prides himself on fielding very well off his own bowling and letting what he would consider to be a soft single through there. 13 overs gone or 14? 14 overs down, 5 for 66. Chris Duff, short bowling figures, 4 overs, 1 for 12. That would have included, though, 2 maidens. Yep. So it looks like Van Ekeren's back into the attack here, which is... that's a good move, Carl, bringing your strike bowler back at this point in time.
There's 6 overs to go, so he's got 2 of 3 from one end.
Well, if this is not going to be taken into the 20th over, you think they want to still be striking well and truly before the 20th over here, so it's obviously worth a shot to get your number 1 strike bowler back into the attack to take a wicket or 2, if not dry the runs up. Oh, well bowled. Sort of skidded through a little bit.
It's a good start.
Grazioli on the defensive there. Very solid though.
So only 3 on the boundary. Their third man, fine leg, and then mid-wicket. Everyone else in the ring. Mainly the offside is fairly well patrolled. So
if he's going to hit over the infield, you know, if he's going to get through the infield, he's looking at going aerial. That means taking a risk and hitting into the wind. Van Eekeren showing no signs of the injured toe that he received in the last game. That was a slower, slower ball, and batsman withdrew his shot.
Very well executed. Slower ball.
Well disguised.
And it's a dot.
And they're just gold at the moment for the wide base side.
3 dots, in fact, to start the over.
Duff just moving cover in a little bit closer and putting the sweeper out. Yeah, Carl, spotted. Good running from the Monsoons. Hit and run, put the pressure on Chris Duff, the captain, at mid-off. After 3 dot balls from Van Eekeren. Grazioli very keen to get to the non-striker's end. Get captain Steve Taylor on strike. Just looking at Matty Jackson, seems to be doing a little bit of warming up out in the boundary, so might be an indication who's bowling the next over. He's getting a warm-up now, chasing after that ball, preventing it from going for 4, keeping it to just the 2.
I had an idea the captain was trying to get Matty Jackson to actually go a bit squarer.
I think you're right, Carl. I think he's...
I think he does need to be a bit squarer, and he did manage to save that boundary, but...
Slow ball Yorker. Good running between wickets once again from the Monsoons. They're not finding the boundary a lot at the moment, but they are running well between wickets. They've crept that score up to 5 for 70 after 14 overs or 15 overs scorers? 15. So 5 overs. 43 runs required.
Almost 9.
Almost 9. Now, what's the tactics going to be? Yeah, Matty Jackson to come in. Matty Jackson to come into the bowling attack at the southern end. He's only bowled the 1 over. And he's got how many boundary riders? 1, 2... Is it only 2? No, 3. They got third man down here. Tommy Kidd couldn't quite see him. It's good captaincy from Chris Duff. Mind you, a very steady head out there at the moment for the Monsoons in Steve Taylor. He's got himself up to 11 runs. Not panicking at this stage with his batting approach. Single there, Taylor. Steele fumbles it at backward of point there. I think they're always taking the run anyway. Another lovely cover drive from Grazioli, but it's restricted to 2 runs with, I think, Van Eekeren out there at long off, scooting around on the boundary. Yep, Nathan Van Eekeren. Good effort there from Batten. He's come up clutching his right shoulder. Well backed up Tommy Kidd, coming in from third man. Monsoons just inching a little bit closer and closer to that score of 113, but Wide Bay toughing it out. But that has just eased some pressure by a slashing square drive for 4 runs towards the Bundaberg Rum light pole tower. And Matty Jackson put his hands to his head after that delivery. And that's, as I said, just eased the pressure. Captain Steve Taylor, man for a crisis. Follows it up with a dot ball. Good finish to the over, Matty. Doing very well as a 17-year-old. How old were you, Carl, when you made your first grade debut in Brisbane? When was Johnny Bell? Johnny Bell got you down to Brisbane?
Yeah. I was 17.
17.
Finishing grade 12 in Kingaroy.
Kingaroy State High School.
So it'd come Friday afternoon and I'd head off down to Brisbane and had my driver's licence. And then scamper back Monday morning in time. Wasn't much homework going on at the end of grade 12.
Mrs. Matthew Hayden's mum wasn't teaching at Kingaroy High at that time. Was she a little bit after you, or?
She was around about then.
Yeah.
I just don't recall her being there when I was there, but I know my younger sisters talked about it. So.
Yeah. She was a drama teacher, I think. She taught drama. That's a lovely lofted off drive, 1 bounce over the fence, 4 runs. Grazioli loosened the shoulders. Freed the arms, as they say, in current T20 commentary parlance. Bryson Mitchell, he'll be disappointed with himself, but he needs to look past that now and start thinking about this next ball. He's had a good spell of bowling in this match so far. Great work from Tommy Kidd. Lofted down towards long on. He's raced around, knocked the ball back in field, preventing it from going over the boundary for 4. Grazioli picks up 2 runs. This partnership is starting to develop a little bit. Both batsmen into the latter teens.
Yeah, so we now have that long off and they've brought fine leg up inside the circle.
Well, you'd expect it all to be, bowling should be full and straight at this point in time with this sort of field set. Grazioli swings right across the line on that one. 2 runs. Out through square leg. Matty Jackson races around to field that one. Yeah, what was the connection with, how did John Bell and you sort of meet up there? Ooh. What was that sort of connection, Carl?
Well, it's on the one hand a longish story, but he was, apart from being captain coach of Wynnum Manly, he was also the coach of the under-19 schoolboys.
Ah, okay, rightio.
And they had had a big gathering of kids from all over Queensland at Church of England Grammar School in Brisbane at Easter time as a preliminary, which I didn't know was happening, and I wasn't there.
Good fielding, Chris Duff. Grazioli still able to get through for that single. Moves the score along to 5 for 87. The Devils' number. It's come up a couple of times today.
So and then that large number got pruned to 30 for August school holidays, from where they were going to prune it down to the 15 for the Australasian Schoolboys Championships.
Slash outside off. Watch that bounce. Couple of spins there to third man. Taylor picks up one.
So what had also happened in the summer of 76-77 was that Parramatta Junior Cricket toured Queensland with 4 age groups under 11, 13, 15 and 17. And whilst that sounds a little bit obscure, so they toured the whole state, played every zone, and then played in every age group 2 games against Queensland, Parramatta against Queensland. But Parramatta were fairly powerful, to be fair. The Parramatta under-17 side beat Queensland both times.
Wow.
The only game they lost on tour was against Wide Bay in Gympie.
Okay. Albert Park?
At Albert Park. Anyway, at the end of I wasn't in the Queensland side. I'd never played for Queensland in junior cricket in any age group.
Krebs into bowl. Taylor works it down to third man. Oh, little fumble. Oh, Tommy Kidd will be disappointed with himself there.
Yes, throw to the bowlers then could have been interesting. So at the end of the tour, John Bell was on a Channel 7 television sporting show on a Sunday morning.
Sports scene?
Could have been sports scene.
Yeah.
And
great drive, off drive, Steve Taylor out to long off, 1 run. Into the 90s now.
and the Parramatta tour manager, a guy called Eric Myatt, M-Y-A-T-T, came up to be on the show, and John Bell was interviewing him and asked the question, what's your impressions of junior cricket in Queensland?
Straight drive, Grazioli. 2 runs, 5 for 93 in the 18th over.
So Eric Myatt says, well, the first thing I'd comment on is that you don't pick your best sides for Queensland. So John Bell's ears pricked up. What do you mean by that?
Taken aback.
He said, well, there's a fast bowler playing for Wide Bay who should be in the Queensland team and isn't, by the name of Rackerman.
Okay.
So John Bell immediately got on to trying to hunt me down, and he always laughs about this. Back in the old telephone exchange days, so we're on the telephone exchange of Cushney, and our number was 26. So you had to communicate with Cushney 26.
Krebs bowls fullish to Grazioli, but he's still able to work it down to long on for a single. 5 for 96. And is that the end? No, still another ball to go in the 18th over. Thanks, scorers.
So he rings up and introduces himself and tells me the story about this schoolboys squad and gets me included in the August crew, sight unseen. And then I got picked for Queensland from there in the schoolboys.
Whack. Over mid-on towards the long-on boundary. 2 more runs to Taylor and 2 more valuable runs to the Monsoons. And that completes Krebs's over the 18th over. 2 overs remaining. 5 for 98. And
so then he says you'd better start playing cricket in Brisbane as soon as you can as well. So next thing I'm lining up for Winner Manly. That's how it all came about.
Wow. Okay, that's an unusual path, isn't it?
Bit of lady luck in there, I guess.
Yeah. Parramatta must have been obviously very strong, and I'm amazed that you remembered the fella from Parramatta who... did you ever speak to him again? Or
never seen him since. Never forget his name.
Wow.
Because he's,
Okay. Great story. Nathan Van Eekeren back into the attack after Bryson Mitchell had bowled the previous over at the northern end. This will be Van Eekeren's 4th and final over. Over number 19. He'll be looking to really jam the Monsoon batsman up here. Create as many dot balls, create as much pressure as he can, hopefully take a wicket. The Monsoons will be looking to pick him off like that.
Well, the game has reached a stage where Wide Bay need to break this partnership but take wickets if you can't see them really containing the scoreboard in these last 2 overs. Can be done, but it's unlikely without taking wickets.
14 off 11.
And these guys are both striking the ball pretty well now. They got their eye in, they're used to the light.
Oh, slower ball. He disguises.
Very good slower ball.
He disguises that well, doesn't he?
Doesn't he ever?
Once again.
And controls it so well.
Yeah, Taylor was well and truly through his shot. And as you said, Taylor's fairly set now. So, yeah, it's probably delivery that he can probably use it a little bit more too, couldn't he? Like, without overusing it. That's bold. Once again, those zinger bales. I was looking at.
Where's the zinger bales?
The batteries have run out. I thought Nick, keeper Andy Batner's dive to his right. I thought he was just stopping the ball, and didn't seem to be much reaction from the fielders. But obviously they're in the same boat as us. Can't see those zinger bales. They're obviously not operating. I have to have a word to the match referee about that, Mr. Les Bennett.
Well, there's that wicket that Bay needed.
And that would be Captain Steve Taylor. Dismissed for a tidy 22. Here we go. Oh, he's given himself a little bit of room outside the leg stump and exposed his stumps. Cleaned him up.
So, took a risk. Didn't get away with it.
So the new batsman to the crease in shirt number 1 for the Monsoons, Brendan Haylett, hailing from the Brothers Club up there in Townsville, the left-arm orthodox spinner. And he's come in at it's a tricky time, I suppose, for a batsman that hasn't been involved in the game as such. He's definitely not set like Grazioli is, so the pressure's back on him, particularly with Van Eekeren bowling as well as he has been.
How many balls gone in the over, please, scorers? 3 gone. So 9 balls remain. 14 to win. 14 off 9. There we go. But you see, you take a wicket, so you need that breakthrough. You've got rid of a guy who's set, but it's also a dot ball.
Absolutely. Oh, if he hits, he's out. If he hits, he's out.
If he doesn't throw it over the top of the stumps, there's a chance of hitting it.
Here we go. We'll get a good view of this. I think... I don't know if he was in 2 minds there, whether to really have a good ping or whether he was trying to underarm it back to the bowler who was trying to get back.
No, he talked himself out of a full go at it.
Oh, once again, that would have been a spectacular catch to get Grazioli out. But Nick Kelsey puts one down. Very, very tough catch. The ball was dying on him by the time it got to him. Fingers just underneath. And he'll be disappointed himself. Nick Kelsey sets himself a very high standard in the field. Wow, Nathan Van Eekeren, Yorker. Bale's working now.
They worked that time.
Must have hit him in the right sweet spot.
Tremendous bowling, a Yorker, well executed, good bowling. And another wicket, and another dot ball.
That's over. So Van Eekeren completes his spell of 4 overs. Short bowling figures there of 3 for 10. And I'm pretty sure Queensland country selector Lenny Martin would have reached for his little black book then and maybe have marked that down for future reference.
Well, Nathan Van Eekeren has been impressive all last night and all today. He's bowled well in all 3 games.
See, last year was his first year in Bundy, and I think this particular weekend he was just unavailable to play for the wide base side. But once again, Monsoons have got another experienced campaigner that's just arrived at the crease in the shape of Dixon, Justin Dixon, Queensland country player, and from Suburban Parks in shirt number 4. So, yeah, wow. What are we looking at?
It's come down to the last over. 12
runs off 6 deliveries, 6 legal deliveries. And who's been tasked? Is it Matty Jackson? Captain is putting a lot of faith in the 17-year-old. And this will be good for Matty. This will be a great experience for Matty. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've gone for the 5 outfielders.
Mid off, long on, deep mid wicket, deep fine leg, and a third man. Fairly fine third man. No one at deep cover or sweeping on the offside.
Oh, that's a skyer. He's wiped his hands. And Chris Duff has put that down, which is so unusual for him. You see him on a Saturday, Sunday, day cricket, he takes them, but a little bit of pressure there, and obviously the effect of the white ball under these lights, they get away with that one, the Monsoons. That's a big hit, and that is 4 runs to the Monsoons, much to the delight of the team dugout over there.
So 7 runs off 4.
7 runs off 4. Is there another twist? One run. Once again, lucky strike. That's landed in no man's land, but you take that. That's so Dixon. He was the one that edged that one nice and high, puts Grazioli back on strike. Grazioli on 31. He has smashed that, whipped that down to long on. They've gone for it. This could be out.
That is out. Must be.
Oh, that's an outstanding throw from long on to the keeper's end. Check the replay here. This umpire has made it so dramatic. He's out by a long way. Watch the umpire. Watch the umpire. I'll catch that in a minute, scorers. And I love how the umpire brings himself into the attention position before raising the arms. Isn't there a bit of drama with that, Carl?
And I just apologise if I'm meant to be an impartial commentator for getting a bit excited at that run out there.
No, the fielder. I'm thinking it may have been Nathan Van Eekeren.
Yeah, he's going back there now.
He's going back there now. Chris Duff is at mid wicket. The new batsman, we believe, is Jack Raffles, one of the best names in cricket going around.
Now, is the score 107? I thought there should, yes, 108.
So Jack Raffles from Western Suburbs Cricket Club in Townsville, shirt number 13, left-handed batsman.
2 balls remaining for 5 runs.
And just so we know, we spoke about a super over last night. I spoke to I spoke to a couple of people about that last night. In these pool games, if it's a tie, it's a tie. There's no such thing as a super over in these games. The only time a super over would come into play is in the semi-finals tomorrow and the grand final at the Gabba.
Good bowling. Came round the wicket to the left-hander there. Bowled nice and tight in on off stump. No room outside to free his arms and hit through the ball. So kept that to a single. 4 runs required to win off this last delivery.
Dixon, Queensland Country player, on strike. Hasn't been out there for very long, on 5 runs. Matt Jackson, schoolboy sensation, coming back over the wicket. Two runs. That is an amazing victory to the wide base side to defend what you consider to be a fairly paltry total of 112, and the batsman will be shouting the bowlers drinks after that effort, Carl Rackerman.
A very modest total of 112, and they have defended it. They've bowled fantastically well, and great captaincy by Duff.
Yes, he's got
all the way through,
and take a lot of credit, hasn't he?
Take a lot of credit, but the bowlers have responded, and gee whiz, that is one hell of an effort. And look, they had a bad game prior to this against Far North Queensland, got a bad hiding, which we talked about in the dressing room, that they batted first and they just got away, and the game got away, and it just finished up bad. But that can happen in 2020 cricket. So to come off that and put in this performance is a tremendous credit to these guys. I'm really pleased for them.
I'm just going to look at the flip side now. I'm going to look at the flip side and look at the body language of the Monsoons, who would have walked off, as we said, with great momentum leading into their batting innings. And, well, I did say at the start of the innings, it's one of those funny sort of totals that can be a little bit difficult to chase down, and it's proven to be the case. The Monsoons will be devastated, as will Bulls Masters mentor Gavin Fitness. And if Luke Feldman gets wind of this, the Fox will be on the phone very quickly and absolutely giving it to Fatty Fitness.
Well, I suppose Fatty had better get himself ready. Hey, but what about Van Nqld? I think if you go, it's hard to. They all bowled really well. Everyone did a great job, but gee whiz, 3 for 10 was it? I think off his 4 overs.
Will Nathan Van Nqld get the National Panasonic Player of the Match? Big screen TV.
I think it's his. Yeah.
Yes, he'll be fairly pumped considering he had the injured foot. Yes, I think the team might be sung with a little bit of gusto. We're going to wrap ourselves up here. We just got the nod from our director-producer, Mr. John Devine, that we are going to be all over Red Rover. Thank you very much for your viewership this evening. We'll be back on board tomorrow morning here at Salter Oval, 9:30 a.m. The game will be the Central Queensland Seamers up against the Gold Coast Thunder. It's the first time we've had a look at the Thunder on field number 1. They have had a couple of wins, and they are the defending champions. Carl Rackerman, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you. It's been good. Good to have a win, Wide Bay.
Yes,
very exciting.
Big smile from the Wide Bay Bulls Masters mentor, Carl Rackerman, beside me. Once again, thank you very much. Stay safe. I'm Jason Shears, and bye for now.
I'll never win one of these.
It's only 3 tickets per month, mate. It's fair game.
right there, Princess? Oh, yeah, mate. I think I'm going to need some more clips or products.
Chemist Warehouse is making shopping more convenient with its new click and collect service. Just tap to order items online. And it's ready for pickup within just 4 hours. Click and collect. Try it today.
Hey, Horry and Mocko, can we have some chips?
Mocha, I reckon even you could turn this fella square.
I reckon, boys, we hold that lemon just down the seam. You get your technique right, we'll get that to swing. We'll bend it like a banana.
Bulls Masters would like to say thanks to the Brisbane markets for supporting us so that we can run events like the Bulls Masters Youth Cup.
The Brisbane markets support all our local farmers, so make a better choice and get all your fruit and veg from your local fruit shop.